Welcome back, my friends. My name is Eric. This is MW5 Gaming, and you're watching MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. This is a modded clan, whatever, invasion. There we go. Playthrough. This episode, just so you know up front, is not going to have any battle at the end as a payoff. This is going to be essentially an exercise of playing with mods and with beta mods, although I don't believe the beta mod is the problem in any way, shape, or form here. So go ahead and watch this if you want to see some of the troubles we run into. But the end result is, at the very end of this, we're going to have to kill this save and start over again. Having said that, I think the rest of it is, it's part of what you go through. You still see my thinking on this. But otherwise, I will post a second video today that will have our new start as well as our, hopefully, some combat. Anyway, that being said, feel free to watch. If not, we'll see you guys in the next one. Welcome back, my friends. My name is Eric. This is MW5 Gaming, and we're going to be back with some MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. I would like to start first, though, with some comments we got from Perpetrator, part of the Templar's Pirates team. Thank Perpetrator and Reese for all their help and support behind the scenes over on their Discord as well. By the way, links for their Discord can be found on the Nexus pages for any of the mods. You can click through there and get to them that way. Anyway, Perpetrator here says that missions against Clan Invasion Corridor, formerly the FRR, will spawn the greatest amount of clan mechs and gear, mostly at level 70 plus. And they changed the spawns last week, apparently, to include independent factions as well, but at a lower rate. So we'll be able to see them there, but we're going to have to get a little bit higher level before we get to them. He also recommended we run Tabletop Rules AI, which I love, so that's easy enough. And 330's Pilot Overhaul, which we've also used quite a bit in the past, so I've added both of those. Now, the actual clan mod themselves also include scripts for clan and pirate pilots for the AI. So as long as you're running Tabletop Rules AI, you will get to take advantage of this. You don't have to do anything. It's already built in. It's looking for it. If it sees Tabletop Rules, then it's going to go ahead and give you those custom scripts for your AI, for your clan and your pirate pilot. So give me a second to fire up the game itself, and we'll jump into today's episode. All right, we're back in game here. I did fix the bottom cutoff thing there. Somehow this screen had got adjusted in OBS. I apologize for that. It was close enough I didn't notice it, flipping over to it real fast. But enough that as soon as I started to edit, I went, wait a minute, what did I screw up? I'd also like to thank, I already forgot your name. I apologize. Somebody did point it out for me in chat. In fact, we probably saw that comment a second ago on the screen, so thank you very much. I appreciate it. Anytime you see a problem, definitely let me know. I get really frustrated with those things, but sometimes this one I decided was minor enough the channel could go up, or the video should go up, even though it was really embarrassing. I guess if that makes sense. I didn't think it ruined the video or anything. It just was. I just hate production errors. All right, so let's take a look at. Oh, by the way, what killed me, I found out, was a Battle Fist. I can't think of what it's called. A high damage Battle Fist, something like that. Anyway, the Panther that killed me essentially had those, I think it's just HBF, I think is what it is listed in there. And essentially he just punched right through my chest, ripped out my beating heart, and showed it to me very Temple of Doom style. So that is what I learned in Discord after that episode went live. So thank you again, guys. All right, let's take a look, see what we got going on. So we have a couple issues. We've got a fire starter that, once again, essentially only got damaged on the CT. So if we take a look at it here, he's fine. Like I say, there's nothing wrong with him, aside from the fact that everything in the middle got taken out, and this arm too. But he's still got armor left everywhere else, right? So got a head hit in there somewhere too. I'm wondering if he also got too close to somebody with battle fists and essentially had the same thing happen, or potentially just got super close to somebody with, say, SRMs, and they just hit him with a full salvo like we were doing with our commando. I'm not 100% sure. So the question is, do we want to keep him? We can buy some small lasers here, I believe. Yeah, he's got small lasers, so we could just stick small lasers on here, right? That's easy enough. 2, 5. We've got 5 small lasers plus this one. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so we could easily do that. We could just go lasers all day long without any problems with it, and give them a fair amount, like the 2 mediums plus 5 smalls. That's a pretty serious chunk of damage right there. And we could do it where we're at as far as armor and stuff. So if we were to hit repair all, we'll see. I mean, at this weight, we've still got some room left. So it's definitely a possibility. I'm going to back up here real fast, though. However, he has died every mission it's been in. So I kind of think of this one as cursed now, even if it's purely doable and it's the best mech we have. I'm kind of in my mind now, who wants to ride the Widowmaker? You know what I'm saying? Do we keep it and call it a Widowmaker just to build it into the story, and every time somebody dies or gets damaged, like, well, that's the Widowmaker? I kind of like that idea. The Assassin lost its Guardian ECM and its Scrap. It did keep the Slap there. We're going to call that small laser array the Slap. But the Scrap and the Slap, see what I did there, is damaged. However, they do have some. So if we were to go to the market and we were to check over here, we will see that there's one down here. It is very expensive. It's 1.8 million. We do have another Guardian ECM that we could replace it with. Yep, so we picked that up last time. We do not... Oh, and we do have... there's some ammo there, so we could get some of that too, because we lost both of those. So we definitely could repair this one, but it is going to take a big chunk of cash. Alternatively, we can go to the mech market, and we can see that they have another Assassin that already has that for... Well, that one's 11 million. So we can't really afford that. But that means that maybe it's worth, 2 million for us to replace to get a 3 million mech back. Because we definitely can replace those. There's also a Panther here. 2 AC2s, which I think could be a lot of fun. And an SRM2. The SRM2s, I think, is more or less wasted. I mean, that's 2 tons for very little. We could potentially do something else with that. I don't know what. Maybe get rid of a couple jump jets and go with an LRM5. So it would be a good kind of helicopter sniper. Sit back with the AC2s and an LRM5. That might not be bad. You can see it's 4.8, so we would need an extra 2.5 mil for that. The best thing I think here right now is this Vulcan. He's missing a machine gun, but that's it. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 medium laser short burn and a flamer that we would get rid of. So essentially that would get us a 4 medium laser build for about 3.6 mil, which we don't have, but we could sell any of these. The Assassin as it is now is worth 4 million. The Firestarter is worth 1.2, 1.3. And we've got a couple Locusts, right? So there's a mil, there's another 2. That gets us up to about, almost 2.5. 2 plus that. We're looking at about 6.5 mil that we could recoup if we sell those 4 mechs. But of course, that's only going to leave us, if we're only buying 1, that only leaves us with 3. So, there's some pluses and minuses. We could sell the Cursed Firestarter, the 2 Locusts. That would get us enough money that we could afford to buy the Vulcan. But it would still leave us with an Assassin that doesn't have a gun. So I'm of the mind at the moment that we sell one of the Locusts, this one, and then we repair the mechs we have. And I think that will be okay. We might have to sell the other Locust too. I'm going to go ahead and sell this one right away. Confirm. Now we'll go in here. I'm going to look at this first and kind of see what we're looking at cost-wise. So let's say repair all. I'm going to dump that, and then we're going to go... let's see. If I do... want one more of those. Okay, so I'm going to put those here. Right, so we've got 3 essentially torso-mounted crappy ones. Then I'm going to go ahead and we're going to buy the 2 of these better ones. That gives us a fair amount of firepower right there. It's going to cost us $659,000 to repair that at the moment, which is significant. But we're still a little bit below weight, even with that. So what we could do now, we could lose a little bit of armor and add another heatsink, because this boy is gonna run hot. That's probably our best option. We could even just get rid of the AMS and go with a bunch of heatsinks. I'm kind of thinking that's the way to go. We've still got the Guardian ECM on there. And I don't know how useful that's been. But we'll go ahead and take those off, and then we'll just add heatsinks, I think. That only gets us... And that still leaves us quite a bit high. I don't know. I'm kind of now thinking just to leave the AMS. Maybe, let's see, that's pirate. I guess we'll go regular. Okay, well, we'll give it a go like this. We'll see how the mechs do this way, and then we'll figure it out. If we have to drop all the ECM defensive stuff, we can. I mean, this is just money we're losing if it gets destroyed. It doesn't, so far it hasn't helped this mech, let's be honest. And then I'm just going to go ahead and we'll knock off a little bit of this, and maybe 1 each off the legs. And I'm going to take this down to about 10. And we'll take these down to maybe 8. Something like that. I think that'll be okay, and we'll start work on there. Oh wait, that takes us down to 2.2, which is not enough to fix the assassin. So we are going to have to sell the other locust, right? Because we're going to need to buy that other... well, I guess we wouldn't have to buy a scrap cannon for it. We could buy something else, right? We could go with whatever. It's 14 tons. For God's sakes, for 14 tons, we could put something cheaper on there than the scrap cannon, probably. So if we were to do a repair all, get rid of that, and kind of see what's available. We have an AC5 in here we could put on here. It's not nearly as good as what we had, but it's definitely something we could do. We could even just put an AC10 on there. I mean, for 200,000, we could definitely get in on that. That's not a terrible idea. Yeah, this 1 point... Well, I guess we could do it. It's 1.8. No, we're already up to 700,000 right there. So that's 2.5 mil. We're already over. We could go sniper artillery. How much does that weigh? Doesn't say. Yeah, we'll avoid that for the moment. I'm kind of thinking we just go with AC5 burst fire. Still leaves us plenty of room. We get some ammo, potentially. Apparently not here, though. Oh, that's me. Ammo. AC5 ammo. There we go. I'll buy 2 tons. And we'll kind of do... we'll put some down here. We can get another jump jet. I have... We'll get rid of the pirate jump jet. And max armor. So we're close. I'm going to put this one up just a little bit. This is a medium mech. It should have a little bit more in back. And we still have 4 tons left. We don't probably need a... I'll be honest, we don't need a whole hell of a lot off of this. What does that weigh? 1.5 tons. I'm sure it's just a small... Oh, it is a large energy slot. So we could go with a larger laser. Perfect. That leaves us 0.5 ton. I don't know what we do with that 0.5 ton. I'll be honest with you. Can't do any more jump jets. We're at max armor. I was looking to see if any of these things are a multiple of a half, you know, that we could, you know, get rid of and then, you know, put on a couple heat sinks or something, you know. But I don't really see anything. Let's go ahead and go valid only on this thing real fast. I mean, we could get rid of a jump jet just to give him 1 and then give him another heat sink. I think we just run with it like this. It's going to give us a little bit of a warning, but I think that's okay. And we do still have the Locust left for our replacement mech. All right. So let's go ahead and go to our barracks real fast. Take a look at our pilots here now. I've just realized that I've probably...
Prepped and ready, Commander.
My combat skills are meant to impress.
Let me save and make sure I have pilot 330, because I probably don't.
Ready, Commander.
So let me do a quick save here real fast, and we'll be back in and check out our pilots. Actually, enabling the mods that you install is probably a good idea. All right, let's take a look at our pilot roster so far. Okay, so we have 1 positive and 3 negatives we could get here for Victor. So not great. Stab Bjorn is 2 and 2. Okay. Nimble. So we picked up evasive. That's nice. The first Murphy twin, the offensive Murphy twin, is 1 and 0. So we could definitely boost that. The defensive Murphy twin is 1 and 3. But he does have tech savvy already. That's not huge, but it's something. And Tori is also got 1 that we can get. So that's not too bad. So Victor's probably, you know, going to be more negatives than positives, unfortunately. Let's see what the training is here. So we could improve everybody's evasiveness by 3. That's not bad. Or we could go ballistic by 5. I mean, that's obviously the biggest jump. But we're probably not going to get a lot of use out of that early on. However, increased evasiveness with all of our small mechs is probably something that would be really good to do. So, I mean, that would be 7, 9, 8, 10. I mean, that essentially gets us close to end-game levels of evasiveness early on. I mean, we have to obviously grow into it, but it's definitely there. Let's take a look, see what we have here. We've got Captain Para here. 2 and 2. He's got the party's tank, some more shielding. It's just a 1, just a 1. So those balance out, but again, we could do something there. And also pretty defensive. You know, and if we were to get that evasion, that would be an additional, you know, that would be 10. Lieutenant McClelland, 1 and 3, nothing yet. 3 and nothing here for Lieutenant Barr. He's only at 26 at the moment. But, you know, that we could easily get another 10 points out of that. And then we've got Rodriguez. Here's 2 and 1, a perfectionist. Heat management. I'm kind of thinking maybe we pick up Lieutenant Barr as a replacement.
Checklists.
He's already got Spammer. It's a couple extra points.
At your service, Commander. Looking for...
So now we've got 1, 2, 3. Now we've got 4 pilots that are ready to go. Now, realistically, by the time we fly back, these guys will probably be close. So I'm kind of thinking, how much is it going to cost us to boost, to do some training? So that one's only 67,000, 72 days. I think I'm going to kind of do everybody? I'm watching the money up there. Oh, wait, so you're training hard to hit, hard to hit, hard to hit, hard to hit. Can we do these guys even though they're injured? Yes, we can. So all of a sudden, all of us got potentially much better. Now we've got 72 days, which is quite a while. We owe a fair amount in 179 days. Or in 14 days, 179,014 days. So we should be okay depending on how far we've got to travel for something. We've got a mission here and 2 missions there. So I think that's going to cost us 150. I think we'll be okay. We're going to give it a go. I'm going to hit travel and I'll see you in Gilfillan's gold? Sure. All right, we have arrived. 3 more days till the fire starter's done, 14 to the assassin, and 45 for all of the pilots. So I'm just going to go ahead and wait the 45 days. And then we'll jump into something, and we'll kind of see where we're at. All right, so we've got 32 days to make some money. Let's see what the contract is. Political operative. We've discovered the location of a key political rival on Gilfillan's Gold 4. It could be beneficial if a neutral, unaffiliated third party did. Okay, so a pirate wants us to knock off an independent person. Okay. We do get a couple points, so I'm going to put 1 in there, and we'll put the other in to salvage. I'm thinking right now, we're not probably going to get anything huge salvage out of this. I'm going to take the cash just to get us a little bit more money in the kitty, so we don't go broke. Just, you know, when we're low like this, I think that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and accept this, and we'll figure out what we're taking, and we'll drop. Maybe. All right, we have arrived at Gilfillan's gold. So, interestingly enough, the camera died at the same time the game crashed. I'm not sure if one caused the other. I can't see how the camera would cause that, but the computer crashing may have caused the camera feed to die. I'm not exactly sure when the camera died. It may have happened just before that, so you guys will have a better idea at this point. But we got both up and running again. The question is, what caused the crash? Because it crashed when I tried to accept this contract. So I'm going to go back to timeline real quick. We're going to go ahead and confirm these again. Close contracts. I'm going to take 1 point of damage and 1 point of money because we need the cash. And I'm going to try to accept it. And we got another fatal error. It doesn't show up here on the screen. I guess I can do that. Hold on. There we go. Do a screen capture instead of a game capture. There we go. So we've got another error. So I'm not sure what's causing that. I'm going to play with it and see if I can figure it out. We'll be back when I do. All right, and we're back. The problem was 330's Pilot Overhaul seemed to give us a conflict. And maybe it's because we didn't have it when we started the game. I'm not sure. But I did have some messages in the mod that 330's conflicted with the Advanced Start, and the Coyotes missions conflicted with Tabletop Rules. So initially I tried disabling the advanced start because we don't care about that. We've already done that. That didn't fix it. So then I disabled tabletop rules because we know we need Coyotes missions. That's a requirement. And that didn't fix it. So what I've done is I've re-enabled tabletop's rules. So it's going along with Coyotes. And I've disabled 330's pilot overhaul for the moment. So now I did save it after after the timeline, so I didn't have to keep going through that. So our pilots maybe have those. Yeah, we didn't waste our money. We didn't lose our money. They all have the extra stat that we got them before doing that. So I guess you could still kind of cheese that by going back for it. You still have to pay for it, but you could still run that and then turn it off before mission, I guess. I don't know. Let's go back to our mission. It looks like we've got all the good stuff going. I'm a little curious as to how bad this fire starter is going to be now with all of the lasers on it. So I'm going to swap there. In fact, for that matter, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to check its weapon groups. I know this isn't ideal, but I really am only comfortable with essentially the 3 buttons, and I'd rather have the arm ones together and the torso ones together. In fact, I'm probably going to swap those back and forth. Something like that. I think that'll be fine. Okay. So let's go ahead and figure out who we're going to be. Can I select? I can't select a pilot there. Interesting. We might have broken everything. All right, well, we'll put one there, and one there. And can we take bar? What happens if I ready up from here? Interesting. I think... Now, initially it gave us a pilot there. But now that there's no pilot there, it won't let us select one because that should be the commander. I think we're just going to have to write this episode off. As a failure. And maybe next episode, I'll try enabling everything. We'll select the max pilot option, the commander in the game, and we'll kind of see where it goes from there. That's the joys of modded playthrough, right? Especially when we start combining stuff together and seeing what works and what doesn't work. What I'll do, though, is I'll do 2 videos. So if you want some hot mech action, there will be some today. And I'll put something in the comments down below that say, hey, this is essentially a bug episode. If you'd like to see what went wrong, watch it. Otherwise, jump into the next one. Yeah, I think that's the way we're going to have to do it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you guys next time, hopefully with some of that hot mech action. Cheers.